Hey guys, it's Freezer here with A-Spec Airsoft, and today I'm bringing you a video review of the KS P90-ST. It is a very nice, small and compact weapon, great for CQB. Let's open this up. This is what it looks like when you take it out of the box. You'll have your A-Spec Airsoft warranty, 30 days, don't be an idiot, call the number. A-Spec Airsoft Chrono and inspection sheet, 365 to 375 with .2s, tested and inspected by Adam. And a KS P90 manual filled with Chinglish and pictures and more Chinglish. Now that all the paperwork's gone, this is what it looks like inside the box. A pack of 200.2 BBs. Use TSD. A 1200 milliamp 9.6 KS battery with a small type connector. A trickle charger. You should use the high-tech charger. A bright orange cleaning dejamming rod. Just so people know, this is not a real dejamming rod because a cop might shoot you if he sees you with a real dejamming rod. A speed loader, a 70-round mid-cap magazine with fake ammo inside, and your KSP-90. Now let's talk a little bit about the history behind the P90. The KSP-90 is based off of the FN P90, which is a PDW designed by the Belgian firearms manufacturer FN Herstal in the late 1980s and early 1990s. It uses a bullpup design as well as using several innovative features including a top-mounted magazine and the new 5.7 by 28mm ammunition, which is designed for greater penetration of body armor than conventional 9mm ammunition that was being used by police and military personnel. It saw its first action in the Gulf War and is being used today in the Afghan War and the Iraq War. This gun is also quite useful in conjunction with FN's pistol, the 5.7, because they use similar ammunition and they're designed by the same people. By 2009, the P90 and variants of the P90 were in use with over 200 agencies in the United States. And for civilian use, the PS90 sporting model is very popular for sport shooting. Now that we're done with that, let's talk about some of the features of the KSP90. This gun features a bullpup configuration, as mentioned earlier, because the magazine feeds behind the trigger. The magazine is interesting because it loads from the top with the BBs in on the bottom of the magazine, and they feed in through the hole right there. So you simply slide the magazine like that, and it clamps down. The gun also has a functioning charging lever, which really does nothing except it's for show, and it's on both sides of the weapon, here and here. It's just for show. You pull it, it really does nothing. Fire selector switch is under the trigger near the front of the weapon. Right now it's on safety, semi, and fully automatic. This gun also comes with a functioning red dot sight. And there's the scope right there. There's two brightness settings. Here's one and two. One is slightly brighter than the other, and it is quite useful for trying to shoot some far off targets. This gun also has a side rail on the right side of the gun. There's not one on the left side, but there is one on the right side, and it would be best for mounting a laser or a flashlight or something like that. I don't think you'd want to put an ACOG and be looking at your gun like this. It'd be kind of weird. Sling mount, there's only one of them in the back. That's it. The battery for the P90 goes in the rear of the gun. You take the butt plate off, put the battery in, connect it, put the butt plate back on, and you're good to go. However, you can buy special custom P90 batteries or a stock extension, which would increase your battery space exponentially, but it's not necessary because this can already house the 8.4 that it comes with, as well as mini 9.6. So the magazine on this gun right now, this is a 70 round mid-cap, but you can get 50 round mid-caps as well if you want to be a tad more realistic. You can even go all the way up to 1500 round box magazines, which use M4 magazines, which makes you so much more deadly with this weapon because you won't have to be changing your mag out every 3 seconds. Because if you're like almost every other airsoft player, you're going to be spraying people with this P90. Yeah! You're going to be spraying people with it. And since this is only a 70 round magazine and the rate of fire on this gun is pretty high, somewhere around 900, you're going to be going through mags real fast. So having a box mag would definitely be a big help. Also, similar to the real P90, the ejection port, you may notice you don't see one on this weapon. The real weapon, it's on the bottom, and you can see it right here. It's also on the bottom. There's nothing really there except for some plastic, but it's just for show on the weapon. Now for the metal and plastic components to this weapon. Most of the outer body of this weapon is polymer, just like on the real weapon, so if people call this a full metal P90 and you're like, that's not full metal, it really is. Everything on this gun that is plastic on the real gun is plastic, and everything that is metal, with the exception of the internals, is metal. The outer body here is plastic. The magazine is made of plastic. The whole bottom assembly right here is plastic. However, the upper receiver up here, this is all metal. The sights are metal. The rail is metal. This area over here is metal. This is metal, and the orange tip is plastic, and the charging handle is metal. Now over to Delta 1 for the internal reports.
Thank you, Freezer. Now, the P90 is a great platform, especially for internals. Their internals can be set up for both high torque and high speed. I've seen ridiculous things like the current world record's held on a P90 at 52 rounds per second at 320 FPS for an AEG with 11.1 volt LiPo battery with hardcore modifications. So you can achieve high FPS, like I've seen 500 plus FPS at around 30 rounds per second on a P90 gearbox, which is a version 6. And the way that the motor is positioned on a version 6 gearbox with the way that the gears are aligned, which allows for the great performance. Therefore, it is a great platform. Also, it uses a long type motor with 7mm bushings and a standard polycarb piston and piston head with metal gears, and pretty much that's it for the P90. It's a really great platform, yet very affordable. If you're looking to getting a P90, definitely get a KS. Can't say anything else about this, but just how great of a buy it is for $120 off A-Spec Airsoft. So, back to you, Freezer.
Thank you, Delta 1, for the internal reports. Now for the final conclusion. The KSP90 is a very nice weapon, especially this variant with its built-in scope, so you don't need to worry about optics or anything. It even has the side rail if you want to mount a laser or something like that. The magazine is decent, but getting a box magazine would help even more. In the battery space, if you get the battery extender, the buttstock extender, have a ridiculous rate of fire, as well as having your battery last a long time. And if you're looking for a sidearm and you don't exactly want a gas weapon like a gas pistol or something like that, because you might think those are hard to maintain, this is a great weapon. It's small, it's compact, you can use it for CQB. It's really small and compact, like I just said. I said that twice. For CQB. And I've seen people even use this for field, getting barrel extensions out to 400 something millimeters, so you can definitely use this for field. I mean, the barrel inside here already is the same barrel that's inside of a G36C, so it's not too bad actually. So definitely you could get this gun, you could upgrade it if you wanted to make it really good, if you had some cash to burn. So definitely a great gun. So this has been A-Spec Airsoft review of the KSP90. Thanks for watching.